Before we start with compound epithelia, one more simple epithelia is present, that is called pseudo-stratified columnar epithelia. What is that? Look it here. This term called pseudo-stratified columnar epithelia. That is basically a simple epithelia, but it appeared like compound epithelia. It's the false appearance of compound epithelia because of varying length of cells. This is like this. This is the part of basement membrane, and here the cells are of different height. So due to the appearance of different height of cells, it looked like stratified or compound, but basically this is a diagram of simple epithelia only, and all the cells basal part lies above the basement membrane only, but the upper part is not uniform. Few cells are bigger in size and few cells are smaller in size, and maybe the free surface is without cilia or with cilia. So this is the example of pseudo-stratified columnar epithelia, and that may be ciliated and that may be non-ciliated. With cilia or without cilia. Ciliated epithelia, ciliated pseudo-stratified columnar epithelia may be present in upper trachea. Upper trachea contains pseudo-stratified ciliated columnar epithelia, and the non-ciliated one is present in urethra, the epididymis, glands like parotid glands, these structure contains non-ciliated pseudo-stratified columnar epithelia. That's right. So that's all about the different type of simple epithelia. Now we will start with the types of compound epithelia. So compound epithelia or stratified epithelia are the epithelia that contains multiple layer of cells resting above the basement membrane. So the compound epithelia or stratified epithelia can be of different types, that is stratified squamous epithelia. Second is called stratified cuboidal epithelia, and one is called stratified columnar epithelia. So compound epithelia can also be classified as stratified squamous, stratified cuboidal, and stratified columnar. What is that? Suppose this is the basement membrane and the cells are arranged like this. And the apical layer, basal layer can be cuboidal, can be columnar, but the apical layer is remain flat. Look at here. This top layer is apical layer is with squamous cells, and that is the part of stratified squamous epithelia. That's right. It means the classification of stratified epithelia completely depends upon the apical lining, the apical layer, whether it is, if it is squamous, it is called stratified squamous epithelia. Bottom layer may be columnar, may be cuboidal, but can never be squamous. If we talk about stratified cuboidal, wait here, this is the structure like this. The apical layer is remain cuboidal. So this is the part of stratified cuboidal epithelia. And if all the cells are in columnar shape, column-like cells, very large in height. So this is the example of stratified columnar epithelia. That's fine. And remember, the most common stratified epithelia is stratified squamous. Stratified squamous is most common compound epithelia. Most common compound epithelia. And these are rare type. They are not very common in our body, but example we can remember, like if we talk about stratified cuboidal, it is present in the ducts of mature sweat gland and the esophageal glands. Stratified cuboidal, duct of mature sweat gland and esophagus. And esophageal gland and the stratified columnar epithelia can be seen in conjunctiva of the eye. And the duct of salivary glands. So that is all about the stratified, cuboidal stratified columnar. That is a rare type of epithelia. The most common stratified squamous epithelia is stratified epithelia is stratified squamous. And remember that stratified squamous epithelia can be further classified as cretinized and non-cretinized stratified squamous epithelia.